Nestled deep within the rolling hills and dense forests of Pennsylvania, there's a place known as Hollow Creek. It's a tranquil spot by day, with a gentle stream winding through the trees and the sunlight dappling through the leaves. But when night falls, the air grows thick with an unsettling presence. Locals speak in hushed tones about a specter that haunts the banks of the creek, a wandering, mournful apparition searching for any living souls who dare take a chance to cross their path. Known locally as the Phantom of Hollow Creek, this ghostly figure is shrouded in mystery and sorrow. Local legends say that in the late 1960s, a young woman named Eliza lived near the creek. She was known for her beauty and kindness, but her life ended tragically when she was drowned under mysterious circumstances. Since then, legends claim her restless spirit has been seen wandering the banks of the creek, her mournful wails echoing through the night like a desperate cry for help, lost among the trees and rippling waters. One summer evening in 1997, a group of out-of-state campers decided to spend the night by Hollow Creek, unaware of the tales that surrounded it. As they sat around their campfire, the once warm and comforting glow of the fire began to fade against the encroaching darkness of the setting sun. They noticed the air growing colder, sending chills down their necks and raising goosebumps on their arms. An eerie mist began to roll in, thickening with each passing minute. The creek, usually so calm, seemed to whisper with a life of its own, the sound of the running water mingling with faint, almost unaudible murmurs. They shrugged off their unease, attributing it to the chill of the night and the isolation of the forest. As midnight approached, one of the campers went to fetch some water from the creek. She froze as she saw a figure standing on the opposite bank. A woman in a flowing white dress, her face obscured by shadows. The camper called out, but the figure remained silent and still. Then, without warning, it began to glide silently along the water's edge, its movements eerily smooth and unnatural, as if it were floating just above the ground. Panicked, the camper ran back to the fire to tell her friends. As she sprinted, she glanced over her shoulder, just in time to see the ghostly woman still pushing through the waters of the creek towards her. The figure's face, now visible in the moonlight, slowly revealed a sallow and twisted anguish. The phantom's appearance bore a look of horror and betrayal locked upon her face. The terrified camper burst into her camp, yelling for her friends to wake up, and just as she finished explaining what she had seen, a heart-wrenching wail pierced the night, causing the hair on the back of their necks to stand up like a frightened cat. The mist thickened, and there they spotted at the edge of the tree line, drifting at an uneasy pace, the figure of Eliza reaching out to them, as if begging them to follow her back to the creek. The Phantom of Hollow Creek, her eyes filled with sorrow and longing, exuded an anguish that was palpable, a force that chilled them to the bone. Terrified, they abandoned their supplies, tents, and campfire, fleeing into the night, vowing never to return. The Phantom of Hollow Creek remained, her tragic story forever etched into the landscape. To this day, those who venture near the creek at night speak of a ghostly woman who roams the banks, her sorrowful cries echoing through the trees, a haunting reminder of a life cut short and a spirit that can never find peace.